Um, are we live? We started
No, we
up
ain't
late.
live yet. So let me tell you about this time.
We're live. No, don't do that. Not like last week, dude. Not like last week. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I'm pretty
Tell
sure
you
we're
what.
live at this point. What's up? P podcast number 45. We got a big show for you guys, and we're missing one Super Saiyan. We're missing an Ultra Instinct Saiyan.
Yeah.
He's over at PAX East. Jordan's not here this week, but that's okay. We've still got an amazing cast of awesome people. And we're gonna start off here with Mandy. Mandy, how you doing today?
I'm good.
All right, you're good. How good are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
I will give it a 7
Why a 7?
because it's like I don't know.
All right, you're a 7 for no reason. All right, there you go. And we also got Baron here. What's up, Baron? How you doing today, my man?
I'm doing ecstatic. It is a great day to be a Nintendo fan. It is a great day to be a Nintendo Switch fan.
Why is it a great day? There's no Borderlands on Switch.
Hey, it's a bad day to be a Sony fan right now. It's a bad day to be a Nintendo fan.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Sony fans just got treated to one of the best presentations I have ever seen in my life for Sony. It beats out many of their best presentations. For example, like E3 2006, that was one of the all-time greats, and this state of play is even better than what they did then. I have no idea what you're talking about, Baron.
I know you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that place was so bad that what's the name from Sony retired. That's how bad it was. So it's like we'll get into that.
All right. So, and of course, I'm Moj here. And we've got some stuff that we're going to talk about. Obviously, PAX East is going on, like, right as we speak. There's a bunch of different stuff going on there. So we're going to talk about some of the announcements. Panic Button's been busy announcing things. We also got some Mortal Kombat 11 stuff to talk about. The beta is going on, so we'll discuss all of that. We also have State of Play, which we're going to talk about as well. And what was the last thing that what was the other thing I was going to... Oh, yeah, Switch Pro, Switch Mini, Switch Pro stuff. So I guess we can start off with... we'll start off with PAX East and kind of what's been going down there. I'll give you guys a little bit of a rundown if you haven't been keeping up. So this morning, there was big Borderlands news. A lot of Borderlands news. A little bit of Switch news from the Gearbox, live stage show. This was a disaster. Let me just tell this right now. This was a disaster. Now there was good stuff announced. Don't get me wrong. The game seemed good enough, but in classic Randy Pitchford Gearbox style, this was just a disaster. There was technical difficulties all over the place. Trailers not loading. Hitching, frame rate problems from the very start. The live show did not go well. Randy Pitchford, I think, spent around 15 to 20 minutes doing a magic trick. Doing a Borderlands magic trick with some fans on stage. I bet it was cool if you were there, because Jordan Fringe was actually there, so he can give us the real, the real skinny on it once he comes back. But it wasn't set up for people that were watching live. It was set up for people that were there, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But it was a disaster. It was a disaster in terms of just the technical difficulties and everything like that. But yeah, Borderlands was announced. Game of the Year edition, PS4, Xbox One, PC. That's coming out next week, April 3rd, Wednesday, which is weird. Also, an Ultra HD 4K update for Borderlands: The Handsome Jack Collection, which includes Borderlands 2 and also Borderlands the pre-sequel. And there's also an update for Borderlands VR, which includes all of the DLC from Borderlands 2 and also the aim controller or whatever, where you can hold it like a machine gun. So it's to include that for people who are weirdos. And then you have Borderlands 3, which no release date was given, no platforms was given. Just Borderlands 3 is coming. We got the first reveal of the new Vault Hunters. Some of the story, the new enemies or the new main villains, because Handsome Jack is dead. So yeah, definitely 5 to 7 years in the making is Borderlands. It looks just like a bigger and badder Borderlands, visually a bigger and badder Borderlands 2. What I'm going to be interested in seeing is the 4K update and comparing that to Borderlands 3 and how those look, because it looks very similar. But then again, this is a more of an artistic style of game, more so than anything. It's not like a super like graphically intense, like, you know, it's not trying to have like the most cutting edge graphics. So I was fine by that. But either way, Borderlands 3, more information is coming April 3rd. I think April 3rd is Borderlands Day. I think they wanted the day free. That's why it's not like a Tuesday or like a Friday when games usually come out. So yeah, that was all the news in terms of Borderlands. We have some announcements. Panic Button is porting over Torchlight 2. We also have Hob, the definitive edition, coming over to Nintendo Switch. Panic Button is doing that port. There's also, what is it? Wolfenstein, what was it? The Youngbloods, ported over by Panic Button. That's coming out day and date with the PS4, Xbox One versions. Mortal Kombat 11 has got its first hands-on on the Switch. Looks like it's running 60 frames per second. And graphics not as good, but you can only play undocked. You can't play docked, so expected there. So yeah, there we go. So basically, those were a lot of the announcements. Just wanted to kind of run down everything. And if there's anything else that you guys heard of in terms of Mandy or Baron, you guys can talk about that. But Mandy, what was your thoughts out of all of this? What interested you the most in terms of PAX? Was there anything that caught your eye so far?
Well, I did not know all of this. I was kind of doing my own thing. I've just been catching up on other news and stuff. It could get pretty overwhelming. So I like to, you know, do my thing once it's over. And so I haven't really looked into any of this yet. I'm just excited for Yoshi.
Okay.
I'm a very chill girl. I'm Yoshi. Pretty basic.
You want that Yoshi?
All right. You excited for Yoshi? Was there anything that caught your? Was there anything that caught your eye? Like, are you you're not a Borderlands fan at all, or anything like that?
No, I haven't played any of the games, but I would like to if it comes to the Switch, or I'll pick it up on the PlayStation.
There was, though, Gearbox's first ever game, I think, on a Nintendo platform outside of, like, I don't think they've done much.
They had one on the Wii.
Okay, they had one on the Wii. But, like, they're bringing Bulletstorm, the Duke of, I think it's Duke of Switch, Duke of the Switch edition, and it's going to come with all the DLC from Bulletstorm 1, and it's going to come with all the Duke Nukem stuff. All of that's included in there, and it's coming out around summertime, they said. They're still working on it, but summertime. So we are getting Bulletstorm. Shout outs to Matthew Hammond with the $3 donation. It says, are we seeing how smart Nintendo was when they went with Nintendo Directs after seeing the failed live presentation? Well, they saw this a long time ago. Nintendo's had many failed live presentations to say we should make a change.
Well, man, let me get my thoughts on this thing real quick.
Go ahead. Feel free. Have at it.
What was the first thing about PAX? MK11. I have like 3 sources at PAX East right now. One of them my close friends. He has confirmed to me that Mortal Kombat 11 looks incredible and it runs at 60 frames per second. Pretty much consistent with everybody that said that played the game at PAX East. I told people they had nothing to worry about. There was nothing to really worry about. NetherRealm been working with Unreal Engine 3 for the longest, and the game runs on Unreal Engine, so there was really nothing to worry about. Obviously, somebody has the exclusive, you know, I don't know what you want to call it, embargo or whatever for Switch footage. I don't know who has it, but for them not to be able to record footage and the game is running at that, you know, in that good aspect, somebody has that exclusive. I don't know if it's IGN or somebody, but somebody's going to have to show it. Somebody exclusively is going to show the game off. We just don't know who it is. That's the only reason why they would stop people from showing footage. My source also tell me Hellblade is running incredibly on the Switch. I was no doubt in my mind either that was going to be able to capable. And what was the other thing? Oh, the Bulletstorm basically is full clip edition with Duke Nukem on the cover. That's pretty much what it is. Same thing that came on PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
I didn't care for Bulletstorm when it first came out. Didn't care for the remaster. Don't care for it now. Now the big thing about it is the Borderlands thing. That's where everybody's tripping off of. Oh no, Borderlands 1 and 2 remake. Da, 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 da. Look, I'm not saying Borderlands 3 ain't coming to Switch until they say it ain't coming to Switch. They ain't said which platforms. I seen the whole teaser trailer. There's no reason for the game not to be there at this point. But he did point out one thing, that they've been developing the game for 5 years. So that can definitely be a factor of a Switch version not happening. because I didn't think they was developing that game that long.
Well, Borderlands 3?
That's a long. Yeah, he said they was development for 5 years. So
Yeah.
like that's a long ass time. That's a long ass time. But that is enough time to get a Switch version, you know, up to par if they was trying to do that when Switch first debuted. That's the question we don't know. I don't know why they didn't confirm platforms today. They're making you wait to April 3rd.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're doing that. I mean, I don't see the point of it. Just tell us yeah or nay so we can move the hell on with our lives. But until they say otherwise, I'm like, look, when they say it ain't on Switch, then that's when it's not on Switch. A lot of people just wouldn't assume it's just not on Switch. I just can't see. I don't know. I don't see that as a feasible option right now. I mean, you've seen everybody, you Wolfenstein and Youngbloods being, I say Youngbloods like this is the rap game. Wolfenstein Youngblood being announced for Switch day and date. I told y'all after Mortal Kombat, a lot of third-party games are going to start coming day and date because that development cycle gap that they had with Switch and PS4 is now shortening up. It's getting very small, so you're gonna see that a lot. That's the same thing for what Crash that's coming out. It's also another game, I can't remember what it was, but yeah, you had Wolfenstein. You also had Samurai Showdown was also confirmed for Switch, which I didn't have no doubt.
Yeah,
for
it's coming out. That one's
it's coming out in the fall though.
Yeah, Q4. Well, they said Q4, so yeah, sometime fall or winter. You know.
So that's pretty much where we're at. I mean, we had how many third-party games we had announced in the last 2-3 months? This is going to be a lot. This is going to be a president that y'all going to see from the rest of this year because they're trying to get on. They're trying to get on this money train right now.
Here's what I'll say, which I'm gonna release a video on this when it comes to, because I haven't talked about in a video like with Boltstorm and like the full clip edition and all that. Here's what I'll say with when it comes to Borderlands. I don't think Borderlands isn't ever gonna be on Nintendo Switch at any point. I think it's eventually gonna come at some point. I don't know about Borderlands 3, but I think Borderlands 1 or 2 or whatever, I think those will eventually come at some point when they find a partner to port over the game. I think it'll come. Some people are saying, "Oh, it'll never come." It'll come at some point. In my opinion, I think it'll come at some point, just because it's already like on Nvidia Shield. They just need to find. I think they just need to find a partner, whether it's Panic Button, whether it's Iron Galaxy, whether it's somebody who can actually do a solid port. That's what I personally feel. They just need to find somebody.
I have my suspicions since it is 2K. That's the one that's doing the publishing for it. So 2K has not been hesitant to put their games on Switch. So that's what gives me a little bit of hope there. But that 5-year development cycle makes it, you know.
Well, yeah, for me, that's why I said,
really low.
That's why I said Borderlands 3, because Randy Pitchford was very clear saying that they were talking with Nintendo, then all of a sudden talk stopped. So I don't think there would be any reason like that. I can understand that. But for like Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2, I think those games could come at some point, though. I think those games could already have them talking about it, and maybe it shows up at a Nintendo Direct. I think maybe even an announcement was saved. I remember when Assassin's Creed 3, they talked about that game, and they're like, "Oh, what is the Switch version?" You know, and then like it was just announced. It was like an announcement at Nintendo Direct. So I mean,
so it's like,
I mean, announcements can come at any point. So that's what I'm saying.
At this point, the rate that these third-party games are being announced, the rate as the new games are being announced. There's no point in counting out Switch no more until they basically tell you it's not happening.
Yeah.
And so far, everything I've seen on Twitter, that ain't never coming to Switch. It ended up being on Switch. So at that point, it's time to change. It's time to change that, you know, that phrase. Now we kind of got to get rid of that phrase because it's being proven wrong.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Like I stated before, I still have a feeling that'll come. Like I said, it'll come at some point. I don't know when, but it'll come at some point.
Isn't it kind of odd? I mean, it's kind of odd to me. It's like you did the little repackaging of the what you call it? What's they call that edition?
Handsome Jack.
The Handsome edition.
Yeah.
And you didn't include the Switch in that, so it's kind of like
the only thing that I would say to that is that I think that they were having trouble finding a partner that could do it in a good amount of time, reasonable amount of time, and they can get it done. That's the only way. Panic Button has been. I don't know if you saw the interview.
Panic Button getting raped right now because they just dropping games left and right. They just dropping games left and right. It's like, yo, they ain't got enough time in a day.
Yeah,
they doing some credible work for all the workload they got.
Virtuos, Panic Button, Iron Galaxy. These are the top 3 studios. They are all so busy they have to turn down people because one port of, like, let's say a big game I think a lot of users don't understand. And another thing that I want to say real quick is that Gearbox doesn't owe any of us anything. There's some people that were there coming like, oh well, I feel disrespected. Nobody's disrespecting you. They don't owe you. They don't owe you shit. Like I don't understand why gamers feel entitled. They owe you absolutely nothing. So first and foremost, they don't owe you anything. They can make the game on whatever system they want to make it on. They don't owe you anything. They owe you nothing. So let me just say that first. But these companies have to. It takes 6 to 7 months, 8 months sometimes to even make one port, a high quality port of a game. Like for example, Diablo 3, what was it, 9 months to make Diablo 3, you know? So sometimes they just don't have the time to make a game. If they're all working on one game, they don't have the time to make it, and they don't want to pick a crappy partner to make a game and make a crappy Switch port, you know? So I don't know if Mandy, if you have anything else to add, you can, I mean, if you want to talk about this type of thing when it comes to it, is there anything else or?
This is about Borderlands coming to the Switch.
It's about you can talk about really anything when it comes to PAX.
Anything coming to the Switch at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, nobody owes you anything.
Yes.
That's just how life works. Second of all, third parties, they kind of need to announce that they might come to the Switch, because I hate when I buy a game for another platform and then it comes for the Switch. I'm sorry. Can you guys just announce that it might happen, may happen? What? So I don't.
What if it doesn't happen? What if it doesn't happen? Then you never buy it again.
I'll buy it for my PlayStation, but I don't want to be like triple dipping every time.
Triple.
I mean, double dip. Well,
let's say, damn. What else you buying it on?
Triple dipping. What in the world? What you got? You got that Google Stadia beta? You got
online Google Stadia.
I have a PC, so yeah, announce your stuff or plans or whatever. That'll be nice on my wallet, and yeah, just do your thing.
I think a lot of people are like using that Switch wow effect, you know, like they like to announce it separate. A lot of people are starting to do that. I don't know why.
Or Direct, or like Nintendo Direct, like you announce Nintendo Direct.
I think they feel like it gets more attention that way, but I don't know. When it's announced day and date, like the rest of the system, it also gets a lot of attention. Like with More Come at 11 and Doom Eternal. So maybe they'll stop doing that because, you know, we've been seeing that happening.
The most recent dilemma, I guess, is Dragon Quest 11. Like, I have that for my PlayStation. Oh my god!
But wait a minute, hold up. They announced it, so why didn't you wait, Mandy?
Yeah, they said that from the beginning.
Confirmed.
No, it was confirmed.
No, it wasn't confirmed.
No. It was confirmed.
It's been confirmed for the Switch. What are you talking about?
It was confirmed, and you still bought it on PS4.
Okay, that one was my fault.
Like, why don't you announce these games and I'll wait? Oh, never mind. I will go buy the game, but now I'm still gonna be upset.
Oh man, Manny, what you doing? Manny, what you doing? But
I'm tired.
I
know you tired, man. From all that triple dipping you doing, you should be tired.
Manny bought 5 versions of Borderlands: The Handsome Jack collection. Like, why doesn't this shit come to Switch? Manny bought the handsome and the beautiful collection. She bought both.
But to round out this third party thing, I think one little news tidbit that got overlooked that I think is very interesting is that that new IP that EA announced. What they're doing with Velen Studios.
Yeah,
that's been confirmed to come to Switch.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see EA starting to change their tune when it comes to the Switch. So I wonder what's going to happen later in the year. We're going to see Frostbite.
I don't want EA on my thing.
You don't want EA on your Switch? Well, there's some big news with EA. They're laying off, or they already laid off 350 people. I got into a big old long Twitter. I got into a big old long Twitter spat with somebody who tried to blame the faceless people for them. He's like, "Oh well, in all fairness, the EA's marketing department has been horrible." I'm like, "Well, what'd they do?" Miscommunication. Well, give me an example. Miscommunication.
I mean,
like, what did they do? What did these people do to get fired? I know what the bosses did that should have been fired. I know what they did, but I don't know what these marketing people who clipped together a trailer of Battlefield 5 did to get fired, or analytics people. What did they do? Go ahead,
I
Mandy.
see a lot of gamers like to look at like EA and Ubisoft as like this evil corporation, but there are people working. So, before you go like review bombing something or that, just
Review
think
bombing.
that that's a different topic. Just think in the back of your head, like, people work there, and maybe you shouldn't be as like vicious. I mean, you can be mad at EA, but not like say, no. I hope they fail and go bankrupt. And
yeah, I hear what Mandy's saying. I hear what Mandy's saying.
Mandy, I fully understand what you're saying, but when a company like EA, who, let me put this straight, EA used to be the shit back in the day. Back in the GameCube, PS2, Xbox era, they were the man. I mean, all those great 007 games, Freedom Fighters, all them great sports titles, they was doing it. The way they are now is absolutely the polar opposite of what they were a couple of gens ago.
And so, I agree, but I just don't understand why, like, some people are trying to sit here and try to blame analytics department or the marketing department. That was the issue. Them. That was the issue that I have, or people coming out and saying, "Oh, well, that's what EA gets." It's like, okay, well, they're not. It's the people who are losing their. The problem is that people are losing their jobs. Like, they didn't do anything wrong. My issue is with the management. The management is what makes the decisions. You can't sit here and say that somebody who clips together a trailer, it's their fault that Battlefield 5 didn't sell as well as they wanted it to sell.
But yet they get
it's
like
not their fault. But at the end of the day, it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes you got to burn it to the ground to build it back up.
Burn the management down to the ground.
It's so. I mean,
burn the management down to the ground. Like, the reason why Battlefield?
How are we going to do that? The only way we can do that is stop buying their products. Well, people ended up making Anthem the #1 damn game last month.
But Anthem's not selling that well either, though. Like, the EA's ain't giving no numbers.
I mean, it's true, but still, it should never even been on that damn chart. You know what I mean?
It's going to be on the chart because there was nothing released in February.
But
I just don't feel
it's hard because a publisher has all that power over what to say so what the game does and what they want to do with it. So it sucks for the developers and the marketing team and all that. But if we're going to stop the nonsense, it's going to take some harsh things to do. So I understand what y'all saying, but it's a double-edged sword. We just can't say, "Oh, well, keep doing what you're doing because we don't want you to lose your job." True. It's like, no, you got to stop putting out this garbage.
Well, I'm not buying their games, so I guess I'm the one who also contributed because I said I'm not buying your game, so I contributed, I guess, to people getting fired. I don't know, but I'm looking at it from the bosses are the ones. They should get new management. They need new management. They don't need.
It's
new
hard to move management, man.
I know it's hard to move management, but they need new management. They don't need new freaking analytics departments or whatever the case. Although I think these jobs aren't coming back, so they're just getting rid of these jobs. So they're just downsizing, essentially, from what I understand. So
they need to downsize, go into the islands and meditate and refocus on what makes a game great. Like, just go.
I see. No, I see what Mandy's saying.
They have to take a vacation somewhere,
and they did say that. Now the I forgot what his name is, but their PR dude was like, "Hey, look, we're not really the best games company right now. We need better customer relations. We need to go back and look at our development teams." And I think that they really need to understand, like Mandy was saying, they need to meditate. They need to think really hard about this. You know what I'm saying? Because the problem is that, okay, you release like Battlefield, right? Okay, Battlefield 5. You have this whole situation with women fighters and blah, blah, blah. That should, and you got people talking about, oh, well, I'm not going to buy the game now because the freaking, who was it? Sluderland said, oh, well, if you don't like it that we have them, then don't buy the game. Don't say that. That's not the marketing team's fault. You know what I'm saying? That you're an idiot because you make $20-something million a year. Your job is set. You're good. You're set for life. Your kids are set for life. So then you just say something dumb and egotistical because you make $5 billion or whatever. Because you're worth so much. See, but if you're in the marketing department or if you're a community manager, you're like, who makes like $50,000 a year. You're like, why did you do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're probably tearing your hair out because now you got to deal with all the crazy psychos that are going to come there and say, how dare you? Suderland's not dealing with that. So that's why I'm saying it's management's fault. That's Suderland's fault and management's fault. The development team, they added, hold it real quick. I want to add that they waited forever to add the what's it called? The Battle Royale mode. Whose fault is it? That's management's fault. They should have jumped on the Battle Royale trend earlier than that. So that's
that was funny that they even announced it and it was nowhere near ready.
It was nowhere near ready.
It's like, why you announced it? We can't play it. Like, you dummy.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, oh, man.
And the game was delayed, and the game itself got delayed because they didn't want to get bought by all the games that were coming out, so it got delayed. And then that Battle Royale mode just came out like recently, like
it's too late now. Yeah. Blackout and Apex got a hold on that, so it's like, man, I don't know. It's
always the little people.
I feel like this is kind of like a gift in a bad way for them people. You get to get away from EA and go on to another company. That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
because EA is pure trash right now. I mean, just pure grade A trash. And I hate that they have me by my left testicle because they have the only football game on the market.
Yeah.
And I hate that I have to give them $60 every year for that game.
You don't have to. You choose to.
I choose to, but I can't live without football.
That's what I said. No,
I can't live without it. So it's pretty bad.
That's what I said, dude. And I'm a big football fan. I've been playing football forever, but I just said, you know what? Madden's just...
I'm too invested into the Madden community. I'm too invested in the tournament scene.
Yeah,
I cannot just not have the game. You know what I mean? So it's like
I can.
When this exclusive deal is up, I hope to God NFL do not.
It'll never be up.
I hope they don't sign another one.
It'll never be up, dude.
No, it's like up in 2022 or something like that.
That's the only thing EA's got.
That's all they've got. It'll never be up because the NFL.
That's not true because Disney about to pull their damn deal from them.
No, Disney just said they were happy. Disney just said they were happy with EA so far. It's like, okay.
That's PR talk because people was talking about it.
Okay,
PR.
That's exactly what that was. That was PR talk.
Yeah, okay, you're right about that.
Disney ain't happy at all. And I think that's probably half of the reason why we see EA just secretly starting to put Switch development into games. I mean, put Switch into development for their games.
It just makes sense. You've got a system with 30-something million and you're not on it. And you're firing people. So, I mean, it makes sense that you would, I guess, try to maximize revenue.
I don't think Madden will really sell well on the Switch.
Oh, yes, it would.
I think Madden would.
Who wants to play football on something that looks like a football?
Well, it's not about that.
It's not about that. It's about, you got to understand, one of the greatest things about the tournament, esports is just a big thing. You know what I mean? And one of the greatest thing about the esports community, I'm in the Madden community. I could talk about that community itself, is that will take away a lot of anxiety and wanting to travel and continue to compete with the game. If you could have the game travel with you and it's the same exact experience you get on PS4 and Xbox One, that's a huge damn deal. That if they was there from the very first year of Switch, that would have been a big moneymaker for them. And it still can be. So it's like
I think it would do well. I'm not in the tournament scene for Madden anymore. I was back in the day. I used to go to Madden challenges and stuff in San Francisco and everything. But I would say for having a Madden that would be the same experience because it would be like the NFL's huge here in America, obviously, and being able to watch NFL and play right there, Madden, it was just like an experience that's like really cool. Like I know a lot of people like NBA 2K did decent on the Nintendo Switch.
NBA 2K is still doing good, so it's like I think they see that as well, and hopefully we'll get it done this year. If they don't do it this year, they just need to be slapped in the face. It's just stupid at this point. Whoever is making that decision needs to be slapped.
I don't think they're gonna have it this year again. I think this year.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. I just don't trust
EA. They snuck in a new IP on us.
I don't trust
Frostbite rumors. So it's like
that's true.
I don't trust them either. I don't trust them either.
That's true. You're right. You're okay. You're absolutely right about that, Baron. There are the Frostbite rumors. There are the the things that's been said out there. It's just hard for me to like with EA. EA hasn't made a decent football game on a Nintendo platform since the GameCube.
No, the one on the Wii U wasn't that bad.
It didn't have the Infinity Engine though. Back when
I know it didn't. They pulled a FIFA of this generation with that game last gen.
Yeah,
bullshit. That's what they did. But they can't bullshit. They can't bullshit.
So we haven't had a feature parody good Madden game on a Nintendo platform since
GameCube.
Since GameCube, which the Wii, I understand. I understand
the Wii
what happened.
had the all play series and all that stuff.
So I understand what happened with the Wii, right? Obviously with the system and everything. But the Wii U, there was no excuse, in my opinion, for the Wii U to be.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah, so
it wasn't. They just wanted to rush it out. They just basically the same thing they did with FIFA. This with the Switch. They just rushed it out there and just threw together what they want. But I'm sorry, when the Switch numbers come in, when we gonna get that? We're gonna get that report from Nintendo. The second,
it's coming.
April. It's coming very soon.
It's coming soon. Probably first or second of April.
When they get that damn Switch report and there's damn near 40 million damn Switches out there, and you still don't put Madden on it, you's a damn idiot. You a damn idiot. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Whoever running, who the hell is who's head of EA right now?
It is.
I'll tweet him. I'll say you a damn idiot if Madden is not on Switch this year.
I bet they've heard worse.
40 million. You gotta have over 40 million Switches by the time Madden release in August. That would be stupid.
Andrew Wilson?
Is it Andrew Wilson still? I thought they changed management.
No, they got Patrick Suderland left the company. He's no longer with them anymore. But I think it's Andrew Wilson. I think it's Andrew. But that whole top brass that they had, Andrew Wilson, Blake I think Jorgensen is still there. These are the people that are making decisions. I don't blame anybody but them, because they're the ones who say, hey, let's release Titanfall when it's going to get screwed. They're the ones who said that.
And then the people working on Titanfall is like,
why do you release it at this point? Let's release Titanfall when it's at this point. Hey, it's the developers and it's EA's fault for not doing for not understanding that Battle Royale was going to be big. It's not the people who got fired. So I don't know. I guess that kind of
can't work a day in EA.
Go ahead, Baron.
Oh, I think another clue is how the Apex Legends developers handled that Switch question, because they said they want the game on Switch. So it's kind of like almost they giving some pressure a little bit.
They also they want the game on mobile too. So
I mean, they did say that too, but
mobile.
It wasn't like they shied away from it. Where usually when you get asked about any EA game in relation to Nintendo, you just get completely shut down.
Yeah, that's true. This is a free-to-play game, though. This is a free-to-play game, and what is it about?
And the way Fortnite is doing good on Switch,
you want free-to-play games. You want it on everything. Because it's free to play and it's microtransactions.
Like a cancer.
So,
sorry, that's just my personal bias.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, if anybody's to blame, it's the management it's the people who make the decisions, because nobody can sit here and tell me, people say, oh, well, there's some marketing issue. Well, what did the marketing do outside of the management? What did they do to screw over any of these games? All the trailers that I watched for every single one of these games were good. All of the commercials that I watched when I researched for my for my video that I did on EA, all the videos that I watched, I put the trailers in. All of them are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. No different from Call of Duty or any different. All the trailers are fine. All of the marketing and the promotion and what they're doing fine. It's the leaders of these companies that are screwing over, are making the big decisions. Like, whose fault is it that microtransactions gutted and completely illegitimized Star Wars, completely compromised the multiplayer that made it pay to win? Oh, I guess that's the marketing team's fault. Analytics, were they the ones? Get that crap out of here. It's the management's fault. They decided on that.
I don't know, but to kind of end this topic, to echo what the chat was saying, EA, some EA developers did do good work. That Need for Speed game on Wii U was really good. the Mass Effect port was good, even though it was sent out to die with the trilogy. Crisis, I heard, ran good, but they never released it. A completed game, by the way. And you know, it's like, man, just at this point, I don't know. If I had a chance to power bomb one of those management, I would. I really would, right through a table.
Right through a table. I would actually pay to see that. All right, shall we move on to these Switch Pro rumors?
Baron? Oh man, Lord
Switch Pro rumors. You ready for the Switch? Yeah. Ready for the Switch Pro and the Switch Mini?
Yeah, go ahead. I can go first and shut this down. Right?
Oh wow! Okay, let's do it. So, there's been another report from the Wall Street Journal and also from Eurogamer that Nintendo is going to release 2 different models of the Nintendo Switch as early as summer. Doesn't mean it's coming out this summer. Doesn't mean both of them are coming out this summer, but as early. So it can be from this point all the way to whatever point. But it can be released as early as summer. And this is going to be a Pro model. Basically, the Pro model, they liken it to the new Nintendo 3DS in terms of a bump in power. From the DS to the Nintendo 3DS to the new Nintendo 3DS. And then there's going to be like a Switch Mini, which is like a handheld only type of device. And the Switch Pro, it's like geared towards enthusiasts out there. So better features, better build quality, blah, 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 more RAM, whatever the case is, right? The Switch Mini is going to be the cheaper budget version, almost like the Nintendo 3DS, the Nintendo 2DS. The 2DS and the new 2DS XL, the sturdier model for kids. They described it, Wall Street Journal described it as a Sony PS Vita type of device, right? So modular to where it's no Joy-Cons and gutted of features. And that's what Eurogamer said, that it's really going to remove a lot of the features in order to get it at a cheap price, maybe $150 to $200 price point. And they said that, yeah, Nintendo's keen on doing that, and that's kind of how Nintendo wants to keep Switch competitive in terms of sales-wise this year with all the big games coming out. So Baron, you said that you wanna completely shut this down. So what you got to say, my man?
Down because every time, I mean, it never fails, bro. Every time we have these rumors about some hardware, especially Nintendo hardware, it never is true.
Eurogamer got the Switch true.
It's always something different. It's always something different. I mean, will we see a revision? Most likely. That's just going to happen. That's not. I mean, but for people, I think people are a little bit have their head in the clouds a little bit. I don't see this. I don't see this as really like the new 3DS. If they do have one that has a little bump in performance. Because no matter what they come out with, it's not going to alienate the 32 million Switches that are already out there. So whatever is going to be played on this souped up Pro, whatever it is, it will also be playable on a regular Switch. That they're not going to have a parity like they did with the new 3DS, where some games was exclusive to that system. That's not going to be the case because they're not going to alienate 32 million people. That's just retarded.
I think at the time, though, real quick, Baron, at the time, the 3DS had a bigger install base. I think it had around 40 million people. And the new Nintendo 3DS came out, and it didn't really alienate a lot of people. It just, there was a few exclusive games. There was a number of exclusive games.
And it really didn't take off. I don't think they make that same mistake again.
The new Nintendo 3DS sold a lot better than the regular 3DS.
It was no.
It did.
I loved all of them. I had all of them.
It was. I think we're going to see something approved. I don't think y'all going to see something crazy. That mini version sounds even more crazier to me, because why would you have a Switch that doesn't switch? That just doesn't make much sense to me.
Why would you have a 3DS that doesn't do 3D?
They called it 2DS though.
Well,
it was literally 2D.
That was the main thing of the 3DS though. Was like you could play all games in 3D, and they're like, oh no, here's a 2DS. They can remove the main feature of the 3DS.
The Switch Mini, man. I can see that happening, and I just don't think that's a good. I don't think that's a good idea. You're gonna have to
I
take so
see
many
it.
features away. It doesn't really become. It doesn't. It's not really a Switch anymore.
Okay, we're gonna move over to Mandy. We're gonna move over to Mandy. But then I want to say real quick, shout outs to AS with a $10 donation. Thank you so much, AS. Appreciate the $10 donation, my man. Ambu Black Ops in the house. Mandy, what is your thoughts on this? You think that this is a good idea?
I think it's a possible idea. Now, I wouldn't want it for myself, but I've seen a lot of people and like friends and stuff want a Switch, but a smaller one. And I see like, something in between the 3DS and the Switch where it could play some games, not all the games on the Switch. But it could be more powerful than 3DS, but less switchy than a Switch, and maybe it could still dock.
Switchy.
I mean,
Yeah, maybe it could still dock. I mean, there's nothing in the reports that says that it wouldn't dock and still be.
So a lot of people were saying it doesn't dock.
Well,
So
but
that's
there was nothing in the reports.
What?
There was nothing in the reports that saying it wouldn't though. That's the thing.
That's why I don't mess with these rumors, man, about these hardware. I just go buy them.
That's just other people making up stuff. Though we're saying, oh well,
Just
people
don't
said that
go,
it wouldn't dock. There was nothing in there that said that nothing.
it could dock. Like I
It
don't.
could.
See
It needs a
You just have
USB.
to
It needs a
control
USB-C port on the bottom. That's what it needs to dock. It needs a USB-C port on the bottom for it to dock.
Yeah, so it's but a Switch that has no Joy-Cons. Like what? That means you're taking out HD Rumble. So it's like, well, damn, you're taking out one of the coolest features of the Switch.
Well, no, you can build HD Rumble into the actual system like a Pro controller is built into it, like right.
But
here.
what else are you taking it out to make it cheaper?
Well,
power.
the problem here's the thing with the
It's
Joy-Cons.
going to have to be HD Rumble. It's going to have to be one of the casualties.
Here's one of the issues with these Joy-Cons. It's the way that they're shaped and the tech built into them. This one has a camera on it. It has amiibo functions, has the capture thingy. There's also
they're not getting rid of the NFC connection.
I'm just saying, like, there's all these things built into these little things that can actually be removed. If you build it into one thing, it'll make it cheaper. The fact that if you have to remove something, obviously that makes it more expensive. If you can remove them, then put them on and off, turn them sideways, and then they also function as a controller as well when you turn them sideways. So that's the main thing that makes them more expensive. If they basically got rid of that and it was just like one back plate on the system and it has like HD Rumble, then obviously, and like if there's no camera on there, then it's not going to be as expensive as it would. So there you can save on that.
I think.
Go ahead.
Well, go ahead.
I was about to say real quick. Sorry, Ben. I think it makes sense. Some people in the chat there are saying that they don't think it makes absolutely no sense to have a Switch Mini, but I think it makes sense to have a cheaper Switch. To have a Switch cheaper, it makes sense for that because of Pokemon. Because of,
Okay, that might be a valid point if the Switch wasn't just flying over shelves already.
But it would fly even more, and you can get households to buy multiple ones if you make it cheaper.
I feel like they do that when they think it's like almost time to actually do that. So this could be something we probably don't even see this year. It might be something we see at the beginning of next year.
That's true. The 2D or the 3DS was flying off shelves, and they announced the 2DS. They wanted something cheaper, and they announced a new Nintendo 3DS as well. A new Nintendo 3DS. They wanted something cheaper so people can buy, but then they also announced 2DS. I mean, they'll do these revisions and things. That's why I'm not putting it past Nintendo, even when they're up, even when they're doing really well. I think that they're really keen on trying to get people to buy multiple systems. At this point, they've been getting people to buy, families to buy one, and then everybody can just play. Oh, you just give it to somebody else, they can play. But they want their family, they want their kids. Oh, buy a Switch for them. But a lot of parents aren't going to sit there and buy 300. Like, if you got 3 kids, you ain't buying 3 Switches. You know, you're not spending, but if it's 150 to 200, you might buy a couple extra ones because it's $400 for 2 of them instead of $600 for 2 of them, you know?
I don't know. Maybe the tech can be sold at that cheaper price by now. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, the Tiger X one is cheap. That's cheap. If they gutted out here's what they'd have to do. The Joy-Cons, obviously, that's what makes the system expensive. And if it doesn't come with the dock, that's another thing that people don't remember. It's like the thing comes with the dock.
I doubt that dock is that much of a cost.
But it's something. It's something. So therefore,
that dock probably costs what, $20?
Yeah, exactly. It's probably, but Nintendo sells it for like $80 or something like that. So if they remove the dock, obviously the shipping gets cheaper, right? Because the smaller the package, the lighter it is, the cheaper it is to ship. So the package gets smaller. You have no dock in there. You have no removable Joy-Cons in there. That makes it cheaper. Obviously, there's no camera in there.
There's nothing in there.
There's nothing. The system is just a modular system. Doesn't have the moving parts and everything like that. I think you can get it to $200. I think you can get it.
Would it have like a new name, like the 3DS?
I don't. That's another.
Maybe it could be called the Nero.
The Nero. What? What are you? Where did you get that from?
Where'd you get that from? Where's that from?
I was like Nero, like small, and then it sounds cool, like Nero.
Oh, you mean like narrow, like Narrow?
No, Nero.
Nero, like Devil May Cry Nero.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Switch Nero.
No, the Nero.
The Nintendo Nero. That sounds like a whole different system. Now you're going to confuse people. We already did that shit with the Wii U. We're not trying to confuse people no more.
what would hold up? What would the Nero? How would you spell it? The Nero.
Nero. Nero.
Like the Nintendo Nero. Okay.
Nah, man. Nah, we can't do that. We can't do
that. It sounds cool. I like this. The Nintendo. I mean, it sounds cool, but I don't know if Nintendo's gonna do it.
I think the most feasible thing I can see from this is just hardware revision. Maybe they add in the ability to play 3DS games, whether they add in another slot or whatnot. I can see that being
They should.
I see that very viable doing that. But whatever it is, it's not going to create a parity to where you can only play this on this version of the Switch, or you're going to play this on that version of the Switch. Whatever it is, it's going to be able to have you could play any game on any version of the Switch. So that's where I think. So
you think that there's going to be no Nintendo Switch Pro?
I
think it can, but I think it will be a Pro, but I don't think it's going to be a situation where people believe it's probably just going to be just like the Xbox One X if they do that. Like every game is going to be developed for the Switch. You'll just get an extra bump if you have a Switch Pro. It ain't going to be like, oh, this will only be on. No, it's not going to be like that. I mean, we already see this already. These games are already being announced for the Switch as it is, the way the Switch is now. So it's like you'll just get a nice little bump like you get with the Xbox One X or the PS4 Pro. And that's what it's going to be. I don't know where people think.
I think cosmetically it could look different. Like the screen could be like an infinity screen instead of that big border.
I think they'll probably change the screen type, and maybe the screen will now be 1080p, not 720p.
The reports,
stuff like that.
The reports did say that it's going to. Both of these would look different. They're going to look. They didn't say it's going to look the same and just like okay. It's going to be slight changes. Like you would visually be able to see the difference between both of these models here.
I mean, that's what Nintendo always does.
It's going to confuse a lot of customers.
No, they not, because it's going to be named Switch. It ain't going to be named Nero.
No, but that's the confusing part. Not that Switch. No, that Switch. Not that one.
Well, that's where that's where marketing comes into play. That's where and like that's what people said about the new Nintendo 3DS. Yeah. Oh, this is a horrible name. People are going to be confused, and the marketing came through with that because like, no, this is the new Nintendo 3DS. New Nintendo 3DS XL. Okay, this is the 2DS. This is the sturdy clamshell.
You need a chart for that.
Kids. I mean, but it worked. I mean, you didn't really see people confused when people wanted something a certain
because I know better, but I can't speak for everybody.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like what I'm saying is that's where marketing comes into play. I think Nintendo did a good job of marketing what the difference is between a 2DS, a new Nintendo 3DS, 3DS XL, 2DS XL, 2DS regular. I think they did a good job of letting people know the differences, and they all clearly look different too. That's another thing.
And here's the thing: they're on the hybrid road. I don't think they changed that. So this not being able to dock it, I don't think that's a viable thing. I don't think that's a real thing. It just doesn't make any sense.
the simplest thing to do is to dock it.
Yeah, it's like you want people to have that Switch experience. So that's all I got to say
Unless
about
they
that.
want people to only have a portable experience.
I doubt that.
Well, because they've already removed the dock in Japan. You can buy them without the dock, man.
Well, that's an option. You could
an option.
buy it again and put it on the dock.
Japan, though. You know, they mobile all the way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With Poke, imagine this. Imagine this.
I'm tired of Japan.
Imagine this. Imagine this. Imagine Pokemon comes out. You got a Switch Mini that's $200, $150 to $200. Imagine the amount of extra, like Switch and a bundle with it, right? A bundle with the Switch Mini or whatever and Pokemon. Imagine how much that's gonna do, like to where you can get.
It's gonna do numbers.
I can
anyway.
play on my normal Switch.
But that's you. That's we're talking about for options for other people. Multiple
for like
switches.
A kid, I'll give them a Switch.
Multiple switches in a house. You know what I'm saying? Multiple, like that's the thing. Multiple switches in a house. Kids, you guys don't have kids. You guys don't understand the pain. If you have multiple kids and how buying, I don't have multiple kids, but I understand the pain. If you've been buying for one kid and it sucks.
I know. I understand that you don't want to buy multiple systems because you have so many people in your house. Yeah, that's why I said. I mean, the revisions can be done. Probably will be done. We've seen it before. There'll probably be a little cheaper price point, probably $200. And if they do make a bigger one or a Pro or whatever you want to call it, that might be like $379. It ain't gonna be I mean, not. I don't think it's going to be like ridiculous, like $450 or something like that.
I don't understand.
And then the regular Switch.
I don't understand why Psycho Pie is telling me I can't speak for others. I'm simply saying offering options for others. What do you mean? I'm not the one who's speaking for others. I'm simply saying having options for other people out there. Wait, hold up. Okay, but go ahead. Continue on.
Yeah, so everybody, like, probably the dumbest thing I've seen on the internet, people regurgitating is they're making a Switch Pro to get more third-party game. Look.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not the reason.
I agree with you here, Baron. I see.
If the third parties want the game on Switch, they can bring it to Switch. That's not the damn reason, people. Y'all need to get out. Just get over that already. I don't know what people. I think y'all listen to so much of that nonsense over the last year and a half that y'all actually believe some of this damn garbage. It's like, no, that's not the reason. If third parties want a game on Switch, it'll be on Switch. Half of the problems they have is development cycle, and a number 2 problem is Nintendo still hasn't dropped them prices of them bigger carts. When they third parties get their hands on those bigger carts, it will make it a lot more easier for them. And we won't have to download some of the damn game when we put it in the damn Switch.
Even a lot of the games that are coming out, for example, now, like they're getting like maybe they're getting rid of the installs or they're optimizing a little bit better.
Yeah,
like
they are optimizing way better too.
The thing for me is like I remember somebody like put up they talked about this when it comes to third party, like, oh well, if you could have like a 5 terabyte hard drive that you can hook up, it's like, well, wait a minute, no, that's not what I want. I want Nintendo to focus on cartridges, getting those cartridges, advancing that tech, and getting it to where it's at least in the ballpark of a Blu-ray, which that'll be tough to do because optical media is outdated as hell. It's old and outdated. This cartridge tech is new, but I really want them to focus on that, getting that cartridge tech to where it's acceptable for like a 64 gigabyte cartridge. It's like, oh yeah, no problem. 64 gigabyte cartridge, no problem. Cheap, you know?
Yeah, and developers been vocal about that. It's just the haters have been ignoring most of the damn facts that's been put out there. They just want to say, "Oh, it's underpowered." That ain't got nothing to do with it. If they want it there, they will put it there. We see it now because if they want it there, they'll put it there. We've seen all these games be announced.
How about Hellblade?
Hellblade. You know, it's like, I remember this was just like in November. Switch will burn to the ground running Hellblade. Like, really? Come on, bro. Like, y'all got to stop listening to these idiots, these haters, especially on the internet. I mean, on Twitter, most definitely. Stop listening to these fools. Half of the problem is a development cycle, which third parties who are trying to get on are handling that, and those cart sizes. I mean, the ones they've been given has been 16 gig. Some people have been lucky to get 32 gig, but you
there's
know,
barely any. There's
so
one that I can think. There's two. There is Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2, which is not out here in the U.S. And then there's the next one is in Asia or in Japan. There is a 32 gigabyte cartridge, I think, for Final Fantasy 10/10-2. There's a 32 gigabyte cartridge for that game, but it's an Asia. They're not producing a lot of those because it's expensive as hell for that 32 gigabyte cartridge. But you can import it. It is importable for your Switch.
Yeah, they just I don't know what's going on with their cartridges, why they're so high and people can't use them, but they need to focus on doing that.
Yes.
If they get that done and then pair that with the revisions, then we're gonna start seeing, you know, crazy stuff happen. And at the end of the day, it's still on third parties to do optimization. I think one of the greatest things I've seen when it comes to optimization outside of Panic Button, who is doing miraculous work. You know what I mean? Because you know, Wolfenstein. Because games like Wolfenstein and Doom were supposed to burn the Switch to the ground. Switch can't run that. So it's like another thing with the Microsoft thing with Cuphead. I don't think if y'all read that interview, they Cuphead on Switch is hitting every benchmark it hit on Xbox One,
and it's not even out.
And on top of that, they shaved off 7 gigs of the game when they optimized it for Switch.
How big was the game?
7 gigs.
The game was big. Wait, hold up. The game was bigger than 7 gigs on the Xbox
yes,
One.
It was.
How big was the game?
I don't know, but I could pull up that article. I still had it saved. Okay. I was shocked when I seen that. I was like, shaved off how much?
Weird. That seems very weird. I don't know.
That is crazy. Like that shows you that people are now getting used to the hardware because you know
Cuphead can run on a potato PC though. So, but I'm glad that they were able to make some optimal. I think the loading time's faster too.
Yeah, and the loading times are faster. That was another point he put out. So if the Switch is this weak device that everybody's trying to make you believe, there's no damn way they've been able to do all that. It's like y'all need to stop it. Like it's 2019 and we still saying this ridiculous stuff. It's like, what other game has to come over? Like you done had Warframe, you done had Wolfenstein, you done had Doom, you got Hellblade.
Warframe was
now you got
Warframe was the like, oh wow, that one caught me completely.
You got MK11, you got Dragon Quest. Like, what more do you need to see to stop this bullshit? Like, just let it go. I understand that.
But speaking of BS, Barry,
let me make this last point, man, because I'm so tired of reading this.
Let it go.
Oh Lord, you just had the logo with the Frozen, huh? This last point, so we can move on.
Okay.
I understand. This for all the haters out there. This ain't for all the supporters. I understand that coming from Nintendo, your main gripe was talking about power for the last 10 years. That shit is over. Get over it. This ain't the Wii. This ain't the Wii U. It's over.
15.
You're never gonna have that stance to say, "Oh, this game will never be on Switch." It ain't happening no more. You can't say it anymore. It's done. Just let it go.
But speaking of BS, Baird, you guys like my transitions, my segues better?
Yeah.
Speaking of BS, at least I think I know what you're gonna say when it comes to this.
I'm about.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna let me and Manny are gonna go first, and then you can go.
Before you go, hit this like button. Retweet this, share it on Facebook because I'm about to burn Sony to the ground.
Okay, well let me just say what I've got to say.
I'm gonna let both of y'all go.
Okay, so Sony had their state of play on Tuesday, which is a Nintendo Direct. It is a Nintendo Direct. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is the information that I was giving you guys, that I told you guys on the Spawncast, and even before then. Sony feels that Nintendo Directs are the reason why Nintendo has great success with games. Whether it's a third-party game, being able to pre-order right after the announcement. Look at Cuphead, right? So they see it as a strategic thing, which I agree with them. Look at how good Cuphead is doing. When you announce something at Nintendo Direct and it becomes available for preload right there, chances are people are going to rush out there and hype by it, right? Same thing with like lots of other games that has happened Nintendo's done. But they also feel that it's a reason why Nintendo's first-party games also continue to do well. If you can build that type of exclusive first look or exclusive, this is where you see this first hype for a game. Stuff like Astral Chain has gotten that, and things like that has happened at Nintendo Directs beforehand. So that's why Sony decided to copy this. Why I said that. Why I said that this state of play, or what Sony's going to be doing, which Jordan Fringe also talked about too, is going to be copying very much like Nintendo. They're going to try to emulate that, which is fine, not a problem. I don't have a problem with the state of play, them copying Nintendo. I don't have a problem with the format of state of play. I think the editing is slick. I think it looks really cool. Obviously, they don't have as many games to show, right? Because it's the end of the PS4 and they're moving on to PS5. But I feel that this is going to be lit once the PS5 comes out, right? When you start getting all these third-party announcements and you get all these first-party new God of War, new Horizon, whatever the case is, I think it's going to be lit. Obviously, this show was neutered because it's a lot of VR crap. They just don't have PS5 yet. They need the PS5. But I feel that the format is really good. For format, they still have a little thing, like they need to segment the VR segments. Like they need to make it like their own thing. Like, hey, this is the VR section. Go over everything that's on VR, then move on to PS4, and then eventually it will be PS5. You know, so that's how I feel. But I feel that the format is good. I like the format. Give me this over their trash E3 presentations any day. They're out here with Flute Man. You know, they're out here with Flute Man and moving venues, like all this. What is this nonsense that they've done in the past? You know, so I'm down with this. I feel that they just need better games. Obviously, the games that they showed at that thing wasn't great. But on the bright side, I did get more interested in Days Gone. That looks like I might buy it when it's $20. You know, before I wasn't on my radar at all. But now I might pick it up when it's $20 with all the DLC, $20. Yeah, I might pick that up on the PS4 like I did like a lot of their games. You know, a lot of Sony's first party games. Like, you know, I pick them up when they're super cheap, and all the DLC or whatever. Last of Us, for example. So yeah, I feel that the state of play can get better, but obviously there wasn't that much there at the first one. Mandy, go ahead. You're up next, Mandy. Then Baron, you can go. I know you're chomping at the bit here.
The state of play was, you know, its thing. I wasn't interested. I don't have VR. It was a little bit, yeah, but none of the games interest me.
No.
And it was it could use a little bit personality, not gonna lie, even though it was like, you know, got to the point. You know, a little bit of the Flute Man would have been nice, like a little bit of personality.
Wait, you want the Flute Man in there?
No, it shows that they're putting some effort into the presentation, not just, you know, a slideshow of games.
Boy.
So Flute Man on the background, you could make him like green screen, so he's like on the whole screen. Like,
Mandy, hey, you're joking. I know you're joking. That's funny.
I don't think she's joking.
That would have been cool. Flute Man, and the next one you could do, and then you.
I'm good with that. Baron, Baron, it's all up to you, Baron. Baron, what do you think about the state of play?
Y'all know I'm a nice person, right?
No, actually, I don't. You body slam people all day.
I'm a nice person. And all I heard ever since this thing got announced, Sony's about to do it. Sony's about to kill it. Sony's about to shit on Nintendo Direct. Sony about to do this. Sony came out and basically farted on all y'all and said, hell with y'all, because we ain't got shit to show, because we ain't got shit. That's what Sony did. I would have had more better time watching Flute Man and Flat Grass from Pokemon Sword and Shield than what I seen that day.
Flute Man.
You got to be kidding me. And you know what? I'm mad Jordan is not here because Jordan debated me for 15 damn minutes at the end of the last podcast about what Sony plans got, what they got lined up, what they got under their shelf, what they got in their pocket, in their sleeve, what they showed you Tuesday. What did they show you? They showed you they ain't got nothing. Nothing. And it's sad because they sat up there and showed you all that damn They sat up there and showed you all that damn VR. Nobody gives a damn about no damn VR. What are we playing on PS4 this year? Concrete Genie? Don't give a damn about that crap ass Aladdin ripoff. We don't care about that. What are we playing? Nothing. We ain't even got Last of Us 2. Where's it at? I don't know. Where's Death Stranding? I don't know. Where's Ghost of Tsushima? I don't know. You think we gonna get hyped for Days Gone? Really? Days Gone. More it's like days that shit needs to be gone. That's what it is.
You're too hard on Days Gone.
What the dude?
Look at this, man. I'm sick of y'all making excuses for Sony. Stop making excuses for them. That whole thing was an F. If I could give a double F, I would give a double F. Because that thing was terrible. The girl sounded like a damn robot. The shit was over faster than I could pop my damn popcorn.
Pop my damn popcorn.
And what did you get out of it? Nothing. You got a reassurance of what I've been saying for the last 7 months, that Sony really has nothing for you because they're in a hard place.
Bird, I got a picture of Fruit Man sucking you up right now.
I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of people always
calm down before Fruit Man comes for you.
Nah, Fruit Man can come for me, but I'm gonna come for his ass like I'm Candyman. You better believe that. I'm sick and tired of people coming for Nintendo Next, but when Sony falls flat on their face, everybody's like, "Oh man, it wasn't." No, it was that damn bad. The last 5 Inside Xboxes was better than that crap.
Oh no, you've got to.
I ain't going too far.
You've got too far.
I'm not going too far. I have not.
Hell no! Did you just say Inside Xbox?
I didn't say that. I said it. What you gonna do?
I'd rather watch Wendy Williams non-stop.
You know,
Wendy Williams non-stop than that Inside Xbox.
I will watch every Inside Xbox episode in the entirety of life before I watch that State of the Play.
You're nuts. You are nuts.
You know why I'm not nuts, OJ?
What?
What did Sony do after that video put up? It got so many dislikes, they damn re-uploaded it. And it got more dislikes.
I don't like your tone, sir.
Now, you gotta understand, this is not anger towards you, OJ. It's not anger towards you, Mendy. It's anger towards these people that keep making excuses for this sorry-ass company. And I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. How you gonna be mad at the dislikes, re-upload the damn video and get more dislikes? No, your shit was trash. Just deal with it. I'm done.
Mandy, Mandy, are you still there?
I'm good.
I'm done.
I know he was gonna go on the rant. So
all right, I'm calmed down now. It's just the fact that y'all got to stop making excuses for Sony, man.
Drink some
when
water.
they mess up, they mess up, and they messed the hell up. They did. I've been telling y'all. Everybody's like, just wait. You can't say wait to E3 no more. They ain't gonna be at E3. So what are you waiting for? What are you going? You have nothing to look forward to. PlayStation.
No, for real though. Do you really think Inside Xbox?
You
better?
told me what?
You really think?
Yes,
Inside
it
Xbox?
was.
Really?
At least we got Master Chief Collection for PC. What did we get? What did we got? State of Play. What did we get?
Days Gone.
The same damn trailer.
No, it was a new trailer.
I mean, yeah.
The trailer looks very damn familiar. If that's a new damn trailer,
No,
because I watched them all.
No, it's a new trailer.
Ooh, we got a trailer, but Microsoft gave you a game. That's nowhere near equal. Nowhere near.
Well, they showed off. I thought the game looked better.
Like, don't be trying to hit me with that soft student voice. Like, oh, I thought it was better, man. You need to stop getting on them. Nah, I told y'all Sony really did not have a plan. It's not saying that they don't have a plan for the future, but as of right now, in the immediate future, which is now in the next 9 months, you are fucked if you are a PS4 owner.
Well, they've sold 100 million systems, so they're already.
That's true.
They're moving on to the PS5. Barry, can you at least give them that?
I don't know what they doing. How I know they're doing
They're
that?
making PS5 games. They don't have PS4
when they
anymore.
putting all these resources in these damn VR games.
There is no resource. Me and you can make a VR game and get it published by Sony like in a couple days. Like it is. VR ain't nothing.
I just don't understand how you come into the year. You canceled PSX. You pulled out of E3.
Yeah.
And you come up after Google does their shit at GDC. You come out like, oh, we got to take some steam back. Let's announce our stuff. And then you do that. You did nothing but made it worse.
But what I'm trying to say, okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you want them to reveal games that they don't have for PS4?
No, that's not what I want.
I
want people to realize where they're at right now. Stop getting out this imaginary bubble.
So you're not mad at Sony. You're mad at
No,
people.
I'm mad at them because they should have never let this portion right here where they're in. They should have never let this happen.
Okay, so what do they do?
What you mean? What they do?
What does
they
Sony?
Blew their load. They got nothing left.
What does Sony do to
the clip? And they have nothing left.
But what
that's what happened.
But what I want to know is like what people are saying. Oh well, this sucked. They shouldn't have done this. But what do they do? E3, their E3s are trash too.
Management. That's what they need to do.
They had The Last of Us at E3, and I didn't like their E3.
I mean, they didn't really have nothing last year at E3. They showed you 4 damn games.
Well, that's what well, here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying, Baron. What I'm saying is this: they're setting the foundation for when PS5 comes out and what you can expect.
I got me sweating up in here right now.
But that you have okay. Let me ask you a question: were all Nintendo Directs amazing? No, there's been a lot of there's been a lot of trash Nintendo Directs before, right? So I feel that yes, they probably should have had a better show. Maybe if they couldn't have. They could have had a better show because they're setting the foundation for PS5. When PS5 comes out and the next Horizon and the next God of War and the next Killzone, all these cool games are shown off. That was the only problem with State of Play. There was too much VR and there was not enough PS4, like regular PS4 games that we like new announcements. That was the problem. The format was great.
And the thing is, it also lasted about as long as a bathroom break.
Well,
there was no reason to announce. What made me even more angry? There was no reason to announce that. You could have just uploaded that shit on its own. What did you announce that for?
It was.
No, I'm saying they didn't have to announce that. They should have just uploaded it out of the blue.
You need to announce that.
There was nothing in there to announce. So you just got everybody hopes up for nothing.
No, there was some stuff. I mean, well, I'll say that like the first party game that they had, the new first party game, the one with the animals and like you can
you don't even sound confident right now. You don't sound confident in nothing you saying right now.
Wait, let me finish. The animals and you can fight in a dungeon, you know, and like it's like no, it has like asynchronous or whatever, like multiplayer. Like somebody else is going through the same dungeon at the same time as you. You have all your animal friends, and then at the very end of the dungeon, you guys fight.
I don't know what the hell game you're talking about. That's how boring and dry that damn State of Play was. I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
It may not be Astral Chain, but
it damn sure ain't Astral Chain. Nowhere near that.
What's the name of that game, guys, in the chat?
I don't even know.
It's not about defending Sony. I'm telling you guys, look, people said the same thing to me back when people said the same things. Don't stop defending Nintendo. Their directs, these suck. You guys, you're a fanboy slave. They said the same thing to me when I was just trying to say that the basis of what they're doing is good and it'll eventually turn into something amazing. People serenaded me and marinated me with all this stuff too. Like you're defending, stop defending, damage controlling. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is that the format is good. Obviously that show wasn't the best, you know.
You being objective, I have no problem with that.
The format was good, and when they get better games, aka the PS5. Because from what I've heard, all their games everything's in development for PS5 at this point. They have nothing for PS4. It's gonna be lit.
Man. I swear to God, if Last of Us 2 ain't PS4, I'm going in.
Last of Us?
Last of Us 2 better be on PS4.
I feel it's gonna be cross-gen. It's gonna be PS4 and it's gonna be PS5.
I think y'all have too much confidence in this PS5 coming sooner than y'all think. I really seriously don't see I don't see a PS5 before June 2020.
Yeah,
I don't see it before that.
Fall 2020.
That's a long. It's April 2018, man. That's a long ass time.
You thought it was 2018. It's
2019. I'm still stuck in like in January.
2020 is coming soon, dude. We're already freaking in April. We're a quarter of the way through the year.
April 2019. You want us to wait fall 2020? That's a long.
You're damn right. Look how long we have to wait for the Switch. They stopped it. Yeah, you're damn right. You're gonna wait. You're gonna wait. You are gonna wait. Yes.
The PS4 had it exclusive since September.
You're gonna wait. You are going to wait. I guarantee it.
Because I'm playing all my exclusive on the Switch.
That's
so I
fine.
Waiting on nothing.
But you're waiting just like everybody else is gonna wait. Yeah, they're gonna make you wait. It takes time to develop games.
Man, look. I think the reason I'm man, this is just dumb. I don't know what they do at this point. I really don't know, because it's the competition. You're not getting the PS5 this fall. Now all the games that you thought you was going to get is in question because they said nothing about them. They didn't even say nothing. So now you don't even know what you're going to get. We know Ghost of Tsushima is not happening because that game is too early. Death Stranding, what's the name, already said the game is behind. So that's probably not coming.
That's you're
banking on it.
Cross-gen.
Yeah. So it's like, man, what are you really going to do, Sony, for the rest of the year?
Nothing.
Like you have
They've sold
competition.
They're not
like,
gonna,
what are you doing?
Third party games. They're not going to do anything. They're going to just continue. That's why their forecast is generally like just average, right? 17 million systems, whatever the case is, because they know that it's the end of the line. They're going to sell third-party games. That's what they're going to do. Sony makes a ton of revenue off of PSN, off of pretty much third-party games. This past last year was actually pretty heavy on first-party. But what I'm saying is that they make a ton of revenue. Like all of the best-selling third-party games sell the most on PS4. All these big stuff like, Red Dead and all this stuff, Battlefield, all this stuff sells the most on PS4. So they're going to continue just selling that. That's why they had Mortal Kombat there. Mortal Kombat's probably going to sell the most on PS4. They're going to continue making revenue on that.
Yeah, for now. Yeah, it does. For now.
Well, the thing about it is that
that's when the momentum can change.
I know, but they're done. But in Sony, they're done. This generation's done. They're done.
They mismanaged what they was doing.
They didn't. They sold 100. They got all of our money. You got a PS4, right?
I got that piece of shit. Yeah.
We all got PS4s. They got all our money. I've got like 30, 40 PS4 games. They already got all our money. They're like, okay, thank you. We're moving on to the. They don't care at the end of it's the end. Look at Nintendo did the same thing. Microsoft did the same thing. Everybody does the same thing. At the end of the generation, okay, we got your money. Bye. Next one.
This is a different time, though. I get what you're saying.
Look at the Wii U, dude. Wii U, they released like a few more games. They're like, all right, see you guys until the Switch.
We done. We done with the Wii U. But this is a different day and age, and I think momentum really is a big factor now more than anything, especially when you got more people coming into your competition space. So just them, and I predicted it. I was like, man, they ain't gonna show y'all nothing. And everybody thought I was crazy, and they really didn't show y'all nothing. So now I'm like, man, y'all ain't gonna be at E3, bro. That's
State of Play. That's the new E3 for them. They have that's the new. They don't need E3 anymore. They don't need E3. What they need.
Oh, they definitely need it after they made that, because ain't nobody gonna watch that crap. Ain't nobody gonna watch that crap again.
We are all gonna watch State of Play again, guaranteed.
No, I'm not.
I
will watch it just to troll it again.
More people are gonna watch it this upcoming one, because the people are gonna be like, oh well, the last one was crap. Are they gonna make it even better? Are they gonna do anything to make it better? More people are even gonna watch it next time. I think it's even get more popular.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's gonna be hard for them to do that while E3 is going on. It's gonna be really hard. I think people are not underestimating how hard that was going to be for them to let's just do State of Play around E3. Well, that's going to be hard, because all eyes is going to be on E3 and what gets announced at that point in time. So it's like, I don't know.
They said they don't need E3.
Yeah, okay, that's good. They said that, and they'll fall flat on their face once again like they did before. So it's like, whatever.
They said they don't need E3.
All right, man.
Mandy,
it's all good.
Do you need E3?
I need
it. It helps with the hype, and it makes us excited for something. So I don't need it. No, I don't. But it's a nice little holiday for us gamers.
Okay. Well, shout out to everybody watching. Appreciate it. 270 people plus. I think when Baron started going berserk, some people started, hey, there's brothers yelling. Free entertainment for all.
That rant got him crazy. But sometimes I just gotta let this thing off my chest, because I can't let people get away with this stuff no more, man. You know what? I'm reclaiming my time. That's what I'm doing. I'm reclaiming my time for all the time I have to hear all this ignorant nonsense on Twitter and Facebook.
I see why you're. You know what? I have to agree, and I see what you deal with. You know what I'm saying? I see all the stupidity that people be coming at you with, but sometimes you be saying
crazy
stuff. Sometimes you be poking the nest a little bit.
If the truth hurts, damn, it hurts. You gotta live with it.
You be taking your damn stick and say, like you be trolling, poking the hornet's nest at times.
Hey, man,
Baron.
I just speak the damn truth, man. People don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna tell it like it is, man. Like people always try to come at me at the Wii U. I'm like, the Wii U dead. It's done. What else do you want me to say? And they get mad because they don't agitate me. Like, I know the Wii U failed. It's done. It's dead. We're moving on to record-breaking Switch now. So you can't. I mean, it's like I just deal with what's fact, and that I just move on with it. I just tell it how it is, man. And people don't like it, okay. But I'm gonna keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. No, I'm
well, I personally feel that this is a good move away from Sony from the. You know, the live shows. We've seen how live shows can go. Sony's live shows, in my opinion, aren't great. So I think that this is a good move for them, and I think that State of Play, once the PS5 comes out, will be good. But until then, you're going to get VR. You're going to get Borderlands VR. You're going to get, you know, Weirdo VR. You're going to get, like, Days Gone. You're going to get, like, this type of stuff. You're not going to get big new titles because Sony doesn't got big new titles in development for the PS4 because PS5 is even going to take more resources and even going to take more development time than the PS4, you know? I mean, I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. Like, I don't think it's going to be, like, so much, because it's going to be x86. It's going to be the bump is, like, double the power, or well, maybe for Sony, it's going to be, like, triple the power of a PS4 Pro, but double the power of a Xbox One X. So it's not like it's going to be like, oh my gosh, we have to completely change everything we do in our development language. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be x86. It's going to be a big old system sitting in your living room. Nothing's going to change from that standpoint.
But you know? I don't think I think that's also a problem as well. Just like what we was talking about last week, you got to have some type of convenience feature for your new system, whether it be streaming or whether it be hybrid. It has to be one or the other.
Yo, Baron.
What?
Mobile phones, man. Did you know what Sony just did?
What? Oh, the Samsung. Oh,
no,
you got the perfect phone, by the way.
Sony just disabled, I guess, like their whole remote play thing. Like, they just made it to where you can stream PS4 games to your mobile phone. And I think that Sony's going to make it to where, they're going to integrate that so much into the PS5. You can integrate it with your mobile phone, and you're going to be able just to stream any game.
I hate the phone. Throw out the damn phone.
Well, that's the convenience thing.
Tell them, Mandy. Tell them how you feel. Tell them how you feel.
I'm tired of this move for mobile. Like, there's mobile consoles, and you still want it on your damn phone? You know how much stuff I have on my phone? My emails, my everything.
Emails? Who's emailing you, Mandy?
You know?
Wait, no, really,
okay, the only thing I don't have is messages. But whatever, no phone calls, or whatever. But I still use my phone for a lot of stuff, and I don't want to be playing games on this, danky,
What type of phone is that? What, you got, an iPhone?
That's the iPhone.
iPhone 7.
iPhone 7? Okay.
Yeah, I don't even have a whole damn screen.
Mandy is the all mood right now. This is the whole mood right now, bro.
I am done with the cell phone. Like, just get off of it.
It's a convenience feature, man.
Let it be a phone. No, because it sucks your battery. Your data is gonna go through the roof.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I ain't paying for no extra data, and then
you don't have unlimited
sometimes
plan?
If it does work, it sucks.
You don't have an unlimited plan?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, but doesn't mean everybody else does.
That's true.
That doesn't mean I don't want my data to slow down after a certain point.
That's true, because they're going to slow your ass down. You're not getting away from that. They're going to hit that slow button on you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm agreeing, man. He's got very good points right now. They're going to cap you once, even though it's unlimited. No, it's not. Well, it is, but you'll be out there with that like, you guys remember like the Verizon chocolate back when they had those the internet on there.
Man, you went way back. You went way back.
Back when you went on the internet on there, man, bro. They had that Verizon net, dude.
You taking me back to Verizon Vcast.
Yeah, Vcast. Verizon Vcast, bro.
Back when they had Beyonce on the infomercial. Gonna put it on it, gonna put it on. That's the name of the song, right? Oh, girl, don't you like what you see? What
Bro,
Check
Verizon,
up on it. Check up on it. That was
Verizon will charge you $10 for a minute you go over that. They will charge you. Literally, I got a bill one time from Verizon on my child because I was at school. I was like, hey guys, look what I got. I was like, look at this. I was like, I can go on the internet.
Yeah.
Bruh, I went over on my limit, bro. I got a bill. My mom slapped that. Oh my God. It was like $500 something. I was like, what happened?
My mom, like, I did that once.
Oh my God.
It was scary. Anyways, just whip out your Switch Mini or the Vita if they still could do that.
What'd you say, Manny?
Switch Mini or Vita
No, what'd you say?
or the
Never mind.
Switch.
She said switch, whip out. He's so
It's
stupid.
convenient. You know what it's like to play a game and then somebody calls you?
Oh, it's so annoying.
Oh, it is annoying.
It's annoying as
You
hell.
want to decline, but you have to take it. And it's like, I don't
She's
know why
really
it's
not liking this at all.
Whip it out, Chungus.
You get
She
a
is not
smaller
like
screen, you get laggy, you know, internet. Your grandma's gonna be calling you while you're playing, and
No, I mean, and how you gonna text all your boyfriends too, man?
You
know what I mean?
I ain't talking about that, but your memory, your data, everything. I already had to offload apps because I took too much selfies. Like, come on.
Yeah, you do be taking a lot of selfies though.
But yeah, and it's like, oh, not enough space, but it's gonna fit a game.
Yeah, well, it's streaming, so you don't gotta, you don't.
Oh, you don't gotta do anything.
Yeah, it's streaming.
But pay.
Well, I know with like Google Stadia, which I know you're really excited for, Mandy. I mean, like same thing, streaming type of deal. But I guess with Apple's gaming service, you'll be able to download games directly to or whatever, because they're doing a gaming service too. I'm dead, man.
My bank card is there. Everything is on my damn phone. And then can I have something not on my phone, please? Something.
I know, man. Like, hey, especially if you got the iPhone, because that thing is faulty as hell. So
yeah, so it's like it's gonna die within like 15 minutes with playing that.
Yeah, the battery life. I mean, unless you have the most powerful phones out there, like a Google Pixel, that has good battery life. Like a.
Oh, that's convenient having to pay for another phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like it's unless you have the most powerful and newest phones out there, your battery life is gonna be shot. That's the thing.
All right, that was my spiel.
No, it's cool. That was great. That was great.
that was really good because that's a good valid point.
Shout outs to 10th Gen with the $10 donation. You guys are thank you for the love, guys. I appreciate it. A lot of people are really happy with the podcast. I don't know if y'all reading the comments, but a lot of people are very entertained at this point.
I'm reading it, but hey, man, look, it's just I just tell it like it is, man. Mandy telling it like it is. I'm telling it like it is.
Mandy brought up some very good points that I've been a little ignorant to when it comes to it, because I don't do cell phone streaming. Like I don't do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to sit there and go, like connect the damn controller to my phone. Like video gaming, it's not that important. You know what I'm saying? To sit there and turn on one box and then stream from one box to another. I did that crap with Persona 5 and I hated it. I absolutely hated it not running natively. Like if I want to play a portable game, heck, I'll even go back and play a 3DS but even though I don't, but I'd rather do that than to sit there and turn on one system, set up something, then take another system, like my phone, or take something else and stream it. Like that stuff is so like lame. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so corny and lame. So I mean, I'm right with you, man. Like it's corny. It's corny as hell. Like to sit there and turn on one system or have your PC, then stream to another thing, and like I tried to do that with the whole, what was it? Steambox, right? And I was like, or not Steambox. What's that little stupid thing that you buy for Steam?
Like a tablet?
It's like a little box. I forgot what it's called. It's not a Steam box, but it's like a
Anya?
No.
Chromecast, Anya, Google Home. What are you talking about?
Steam Link.
Oh.
Steam Link. There you go. It's like this little black box that has like some USBs or whatever on it or whatever, and that you can stream from your PC. And like I tried to get that set up and it works, but it's like kind of like blurry, It's like I could just go play it on my PC. Like there's just it's so dumb. Like, and like I said, it's corny. It's corny as hell. It's like they reaching, and I understand not everybody can play it on whatever, and it's good to have options. But just for like myself personally, I'm just like, man, like if I want to play a portable game, you know, I'm picking up my Switch and I'm gonna just play that. I'm not gonna sit there and get my PS5 whenever that comes out and then stream games to my phone and then now I can stream games to this TV over here and then stream games and it's like, no, I ain't doing all that.
I remember when I had my iPod and my phone as separate things, and that was like how it was. I didn't complain, but then when your music came to your phone, that was a good step, but that's it. That's about it.
Yeah, I think it's that was a necessary step. That don't mean whole AAA games need to be on phones. It's like it's ridiculous. It's quite ridiculous. I don't think nobody wants to play it like that. But don't tell Microsoft that, because they showed you a demo of xCloud, a fake demo of xCloud before. So we weren't on the phone, so oh man, it's gonna be crazy times, man. It's gonna be a lovely, lovely year, y'all. If it hasn't already.
Yeah. Shout outs to the people who donated tonight. Thank you, 10th Gen. Thank you so much, AS, as well, Matthew Hammond. Appreciate the donations, guys, supporting the podcast. Really do. We'll take a couple questions. I don't want to have these my lovely cast members on too late. But we'll take a couple questions in the chat if you guys got a legitimate question, because there's been a lot of foolery this podcast. If y'all got legitimate questions, let me know in the chat. Sorry to the Twitch boys. I haven't had my Twitch chat out this whole time, so I'm sorry about that for the Twitch boys.
That's Twitch.
So I'll open up that.
Come on with those questions, because I know y'all got some good ones. You know what I mean?
King Hebrew says, I love Mandy.
Oh, thank you.
So King Hebrew loves Mandy. Everybody loves Mandy. Aron with the $1.99 says, great stream, OJ. Smiley face. Thank you, Aron. I appreciate that.
When is Call of Duty coming to Switch? Let me answer that question.
Go ahead, Ben.
When Activision get their foot out their ass, Call of Duty will be on Switch. That's your answer.
Are you sure your foot's not in there? Are you going to remove it? Baron's foot's in there, man. So, okay. Yeah. So Barrett made the stream way funnier. Yeah, there you go, Barrett. That's why I wanted Barrett on, man. So I was like, hey, Baron, can you come on? Can you come on every single week? He was like, He was like, I was like, come on, please.
I'm rich here.
Oh man, like it's
whenever you got time. Obviously, if you got to do something, you can miss.
I've been on a good streak right now, so everything been lining up greatly. I put my Twitter already in the. I still asked for the Twitter. I'm gonna type it in.
This is the most people that we've had watch ever this podcast. So.
Oh wait, let me link my stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put.
So link it.
Well, it's Q&A time.
Yeah, it's Q&A. You guys link your stuff, and we'll also do an outro where you guys can link your stuff again. But link your stuff while we have people.
I just put my Twitter in the chat, so that's my Twitter handle. But yeah, man, it's everybody keep asking me to be on Spawncast. What is that about?
Well, John runs the Spawncast, and the Spawncast is a bit different.
But I want to know why they want me on the Spawncast.
Because the Spawncast is one of the most popular gaming podcasts on YouTube. It's pretty much the most popular. I mean, on Saturday nights, I don't think there's another stream on YouTube that has more viewers. In terms of live stream, that has more viewers in this podcast.
Because I think I only caught one episode because it's on the wrong day. I mean, that's when I'm out in the ring.
Yeah, you're working
people up.
Yeah, you're working.
So I was wondering, like, why do y'all want me on here? Is it somebody y'all want me to confront or something? Like, what's going on? Because I've been getting that a lot lately. Like,
no, it's just because it's a dope pod. I mean, I'm on the podcast every week with John. Me and Jordan, we're regular members on the podcast, and it's just a dope podcast with a lot of people watching. That's really what it comes down to.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool. Maybe one day we'll see. It's
not as wild as this podcast though. It can get wild at times, but it's really
Saturday is going to be very hard for me to do that, so it's probably going to be unlikely.
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's what I think. That's why I never even told you about it. I'm like, well, he's working. That's what you got to. You're traveling. You're working on the.
Yeah, I'm traveling around that time. Can you wrestle me? No, because I will break your neck.
Yeah, that's funny. No, you probably would,
man. Dude. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Look. one of the disadvantages of being a professional wrestler is that even though people want to crack jokes at you and say, "Oh, you do that fake phony stuff," when it comes to legal issues, we get treated like every other fighter on the planet. Boxers, MMA fighters, kickboxers. We are registered weapons, basically. So we get any altercation with y'all, we get charged with the same stuff a boxer gets charged with.
But the thing what people don't understand about wrestling is that while it's not real per se, it is real though. That's the thing. Like your body gets beat the hell up from people. It doesn't matter if it's not real, but your body gets. I used to wrestle. You know what I'm saying? And I hated it. Like, your body gets beat the hell up. It is not fun. You're gonna get injuries. We've seen it before, right?
I don't know what OJ talking about. It's fun as hell. I love it. It's almost like if anybody plays football in the chat or is watching, it's kind of like the same addictive
Football's
thing.
not fun either.
You know, but you played it though. Okay, you get addicted to that adrenaline rush. You're getting addicted to that competitiveness, and that's what makes you. Even though you putting your body through a train wreck. Every time you're doing it,
you putting your body through a train wreck. That's the thing, and that's what people don't understand. They think that since it's fake, everybody's just fine. That's what I'm trying to say. Like they think that there's no injuries, everything's fine. That's not the case with wrestling. Like it's just not the case. Nathan H. Shout out to Nathan H. He was our Switch winner. Nathan, your Switch will be coming. It'll be coming soon. He says, "Thank you for keeping me entertained. Gonna be sad when my new work schedule has me only able to watch less days during the week starting Monday. Keep up the good work. Love you, bro." Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate that. And yes, we will. Congratulations to you. Thank you for watching. Appreciate that. And you will be receiving your Switch very soon here. So yeah. You guys have any other questions? We'll keep it going with these questions here. Thank you, Nathan H, for the $10 super chat. We appreciate that. Bless you. Was that a sneeze, Mandy?
I think that was a sneeze.
Bless you, Mandy. You guys have any other questions? You guys, I don't know.
Any more questions y'all have before I ask my question? I have a question.
Oh wow, you have a question for me or for the chat?
I always have a question every week for the whole panel and the chat.
Okay, just go ahead and say your question because nobody here is saying anything serious. I think everybody here is drunk.
They still talking about flat grass.
Yeah, everybody here. I think people when they come to John's podcast, they grab like tea and crumpets. They grab like the sophisticated stuff. When they come to our podcast, they get a beer. They sit back with the beer and like the little like they be waving it like it's like a wrestling or MMA event or something. So they don't got any legit questions. All right, go ahead, Barrett.
Well, here's my question. My question is how much would the Switch be ahead of the Xbox One by the time Astral Chain releases?
So August,
basically September. It's August 30th, right, for Astral Chain?
So it's March, April, May, June, July, August, 5 months. I think that it's not going to be past it. I think it's going to be almost at it.
Really? You think it ain't going to pass 40 by that time? We at 32 right now.
We're at 32. As of the end of December, we're at 32.
Yeah.
So maybe by end of March, we're at 30.
I got to say 38.
No, 35, 36. 35.
I don't know. It's been high as hell in the U.S.
No, so. I know, but the sales, I think that...
And Japan, so...
I think that for sure, Astral Chain, it might be around it, maybe. But I think that where it really just blows... Whenever any one of these three games... Super Mario Maker...
comes out in June, though.
Yeah, you know what? Super Mario Maker, that's going to be... Yeah, I mean...
And then you got Fire Emblem right after that.
Yeah, Super Mario Maker.
And then you got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
And then Daemon X Machina. Yeah, there's a lot of games, dude. Yeah, August. It might catch it in August. It might catch it in August or be slightly above it. It might catch.
I'm going 3 million ahead by that time.
3 million?
3 million ahead by that time. I feel like Super Mario Maker is going to be huge.
No, Super Mario Maker is going to be absolutely huge.
And I think the hype of E3 is going to have effect on console sales just like it did the last 2 years.
Yeah, you're right. It did. Console sales, Switch sales boosted hella crazy like during E3. Even though everybody was saying that the E3 was trash. Nintendo's E3 was horrible last year.
Of course, they had the damage control for Sony and they flute man. Of course. They flute man and then...
Well, no, Nintendo fans were saying it was trash. Too much Smash Brothers and it wasn't very good, so...
Well, y'all been complaining about not seeing Smash Brothers, and you finally seen it, so it's like, come on, man. They was just ridiculous.
Well, yeah, well,
Somebody asked me something. I can't remember what it was. I missed it. Oh, what's my favorite Switch game? Oh, that's hard. That's a hard one. I still have a special place in my heart for Breath of the Wild.
yeah, I was thinking of the game.
I love Smash Brothers. I play a hell of a lot of Smash Brothers. One of my secret addictions is Paladins and Warframe.
Well, I know you like Paladins. I didn't know you like Warframe.
I have
though.
300 hours in Warframe, 300 plus hours in Paladins.
You have 300 hours in Warframe?
Yeah, I do.
300 hours in Paladins too?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, you play it on the road a lot too. When you're
I played it a lot. I played it a lot.
yeah.
And Paladin's almost been out for almost a year now. So I played it ever since they first came out to Switch in June last year. So.
What about you, Mandy? Favorite Switch game?
I have a lot of favorite Switch games, but I guess it has to be Breath of the Wild still. But you know, I change a lot, and I like a lot of different stuff. So
My favorite might be Torna, the Golden Country, or Smash.
Xenoblade 2.
It's probably Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers and Torna. Yeah. Those are like my two favorite. And like Xeno 2, Smash, and Torna. Those three.
Which game you have the most hours in though? Smash. Like I love Smash, and I think I'm around 80 hours now, so it ain't as much as Warframe. But I've been Smash. That's all I was on.
I got the most hours in Smash by far, and that's funny because Smash
really out of all your games, you got the most hours in Smash.
Yeah, I got like 200 something hours in Smash.
God,
yeah,
wow.
200. You know, actually, no. I've got the most hours in Xeno. I got, if you add Torna, the Golden Country, I've got 300 hours into that.
Damn, I have a lot in Xenoblade too as well. But yeah,
there's a lot of stuff.
For a while.
Murdoch Local wants Baron versus RGT in a cuss off on the spot.
What? I will murder RGT in a curse off. You know I can curse like a damn sailor. I cut promos for a life, son. This is what I do.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It's hard to beat a wrestler in terms of out talking. It's hard to beat a wrestler, especially Baron. If you guys watch Baron's wrestling, which Baron, you ain't linking me your damn wrestling videos, my man.
First of all, a lot of this stuff is behind a paywall for subscription. So
I will pay for the subscription.
I will give you all those links to that if you
I will support. Does it directly support you?
Yeah, in a way it does. If you know certain things are getting viewed, people will want to continue to make that money, so they will bring the performers back that people view. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it feeds into each other.
Well, we'll talk about that later then. All right. Let's see if there's any other questions here. How many copies do you think Yoshi's Crafted World will sell? Well, in what time period? Like,
Crafted World is gonna sell 1 million. I haven't seen one Switch game that hasn't been able to do that yet.
It's first party Switch game?
Yeah. Like what game hasn't been able to do that? If Kirby did it, Yoshi's gonna do it.
Kirby sold like
did it
2
quickly,
million real quick.
Kirby did it quickly. Yoshi got it on lock.
I don't cookies or brownies. Cookies. I like cookies more.
Yeah,
brownies. I like them put together.
Cookies and brownies put together. That's good. I don't really eat cookies though. I don't eat cookies and brownies anymore. So I'm on a diet, so I can't eat any of that stuff.
Yeah, I haven't. The last cookie I ate, I'm gonna lie. The last cookie I ate was for cheat day about 2 weeks ago. I love me some Oreos. No, I had those Thin Mints. Ooh, them Girl Scout cookies.
Oh yeah, those are good, dude. Those are good.
Oh man, every time they get me every year. They get me for at least 100 bones every year.
I love the golden Oreos. Those are my favorite type of cookies. Are golden Oreos.
I'm addicted to Oreos too.
Man, golden Oreos are so good.
They ain't good for you at all.
They're not good for you at all. Yeah, they're not good. And that's how I got fat last year, was eating golden Oreos and eating shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just being stressed as hell. So yeah, man.
That's the one thing about Oreo. No, Mandy, don't say that.
What did she say? What did she say?
She said enjoy life.
Not when you're 300 pounds overweight, no. You ain't enjoying nothing. You're gonna enjoy dying early. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna enjoy dying when you're black. You're gonna die at 60. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna enjoy.
Yeah. That's the worst thing you can consume. I don't, you know, I hype up Oreo a lot on my Twitter. I know if people follow me seeing it, but trust me, I'm not eating Oreos every day. I'm eating it like once or twice a month.
I haven't had I haven't had an Oreo since last year.
I know you want it.
Yo, hell yeah. Yeah, I do. Actually, I was at the
nice portion where you don't overeat, but you don't.
But I can't control myself.
You can't. What? That's not. You can't do. No.
You can't control yourself because you don't know how to.
If I see a whole pack of golden Oreos, those things are getting killed.
No, you're like I'm eating 2. That's it.
Mandy, no, that's not.
It's impossible to only eat 2 Oreos.
Mandy, eating Oreos is like playing Smash Brothers. You just ain't playing one game.
Exactly.
It's not happening. You're going.
I mean, I've been guilty of that.
I've had to limit myself playing Smash Brothers because it gets in the way of my work. Sometimes you guys see when videos come out later than they're supposed to. Guess what I was doing? I was playing Smash Brothers instead of editing my damn video.
So it's like, man, once you open that Oreo, it's done, bro. You gotta eat that whole.
Somebody say like, you know, 1 Oreo and then puts it away.
No, you know what I've done? I've done that. I remember one time. You know what I did? One time I took the Oreo and I put it on the. I'm not very tall. I'm only about 5'8", 5'9". I put it on the tallest shelf. Okay, in the master bedroom, the tallest shelf. So I would actually need a chair to reach it. I stacked it up on some things, so I need a chair. So I'm thinking, oh, well, I'm going to be lazy. I'm not going to go grab a chair. You know what I did? An hour later, I freaking rushed, grabbed that chair and said, screw this. Grabbed the chair, and I slowly but surely ate the whole freaking thing of Oreos, man. It ain't happening. I can't just eat 1 Oreo.
You can't. Oreo is just the devil, you know. Just to give y'all a quick little, you know, note on your little health. Oreos is the devil. The sugar is the devil.
Yeah,
it will have you addicted, and some of y'all in the chat probably already addicted. Whatever you eat that has sugar in it is addicted. But Oreo has this just perfect combination of crunchy chocolate wafer with the nice cream filling.
Yeah, that's good.
And then when it hits your mouth and it just switches around that tongue, boy, it's just something special.
And
Are we still talking about Oreo? Remember, we're still online.
We're talking about Oreos. All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to my homie, the Barbarian in the chat. What's up, Bobby? How you doing today, my man? All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Mandy, where can they find you at?
You can find me on my YouTube, Mandy Lee Plays, where I talk about Nintendo and live stream and do other stuff. So hope to see you there.
Yay!
Hey, join the crew.
Join the crew. What's your subscribers? What's the name? What are they called? Like Mandyites?
I just call them my peeps.
No, that's stupid. You need an official name. No.
I said that was stupid.
That's stupid. Like, no. You need like an official name. Like the people here, you're in the Ninja Village. You're the ninja here in the village. You got the Ambu Black Ops. You got the Elite Ninja. You need tiers. So Mandy, you need to think of something. You can't just say my peeps. That just means anybody just walks into your
what's that name you call her? Big Chungus all the time.
The Chunguses.
The Chunguses.
The
Chungus.
My Chungus.
My chunks. Oh my god.
I'm gonna say Mandylings. I like Mandylings.
Mandylings.
What about
Why don't you just call them your
Mandangos? No, not the Mandangos.
They're people.
Mandangos. That's what you gotta call them now. That's it.
The Mandangos.
The Mandingos.
That has to be it right there, Mandangos. That's it. No more debate. That's official.
Mandy Dango. Is it Mandy Dangos or just Mandangos?
Mandangos, bro. It gotta be Mandangos.
Like a mango and Mandy?
Mandango.
Mandylings does not sound like an STD. What? I like Mandylings because it actually says Mandy's full name, like Mandylings. Like Mandangos. Mandangos is gonna make people come to your chat with bad intentions. I'll just tell you.
I'm gonna tweet out. Okay,
don't name them Mandangos because people are gonna come to your chat with bad intentions, Mandy. Trust me. Trust me on this one.
Make a poll, Mandy. Put Mandilings and put Mandangos.
Everyone's gonna vote Mandingos. Don't do it.
That's the only way to do it. That's the only way to do
If
it.
you want your channel to be linked with something naughty, you will not make it Mandingos. I swear to you, you will regret that name if you put it Mandingos. I swear to you will.
No, you wouldn't. You boy, the new subscribers gonna go through the roof. Boy, they're gonna be ready.
Mandolings. I like that. Mandolings.
Mandolings.
Nah, man. It takes too much to say.
Y'all are my peeps.
When you say Mandango.
For now.
Baron, where can they find you?
Yeah, y'all know where y'all can find me. It's the Emperor Baron Black. That's my channel. I'll link it in the chat right now for all you.
You've been kind of on them with content for the past month.
Yeah, I've been doing content pretty,
good content. Yeah, good content.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get back in the groove, trying to, reach out to the Mandangos out there and get them to, realize that I'm back for real this time. I know I always come back and leave, but yeah, it's for real this time. It's consistent. And basically my people is just I just call them fellow Nintendo gods.
Yeah, I remember. You always say that.
We're just fellow Nintendo gods. What? You said what?
Randy, roasting your peep's name, dude.
Oh, wait a minute. Nintendo gods. We are the gods of the gamers. That's what we are. We are the superior gamers on the planet, and we support the superior company.
I mean, it's better than PC Master Race, so I'll give you that.
Yeah. Well, that's just the general name out there for like. I like Mandy.
I always thought that was.
Hold on, wait. Let me clear it up. Nintendo gods, not dogs. I don't know where they got that from. Nintendo gods. And I run the house of the gospel. That's what I run because I speak nothing but that gospel.
What are you talking about, Wave Check in the chat? Anyway, all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. We'll be back. Remember, guys, the podcast is every single Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. So we'll be back every Thursday for that. Tomorrow, we've got Player Essence Cross Nintendo. We're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be talking about Bulletstorm as well. Also, we're going to be talking about Mortal Kombat, more gameplay impressions and stuff like that. So we'll have PE Live and Player Essence Cross Nintendo tomorrow, in addition to a regular news video as well. But to be honest, guys, I've been streaming all day today with different stuff. I am going to chillax tonight. You guys will get a video in the morning, but I'm going to go to sleep, get my 8 hours, and wake up. Y'all get a video when I wake up. So
yeah, make sure y'all get those 8 hours, man.
Yes, I'm getting my 8 hours because I'm getting old, so I'm getting my 8 hours, man. I got to get my 8 hours. So I'm not doing none of this crazy YouTuber up till whatever time. Nah, man, I'm getting my hours in. And then you guys will get videos. Like you guys got 2 videos today, and you guys got 2 live streams today. And you got 2 videos today is because I'm fully rested, Like when I try to be doing stuff all the time, like I don't get videos out to you guys because I'm tired as hell. So you guys get more content when I'm rested. You just don't get it as early as hell in the morning like before. But you'll still get all your content and then some. You'll get more live streams, more content. So all right, guys. All right. So let's go ahead and we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it.
Mandingo Chungus.
That's too much. That's too much. Mandingo. On that note, we'll see you guys for the next one. Bye, everyone.
Oh my God.
My Mandingo.